Oh, hello there. Hi everybody, this is Mr. Duncan in England. How are you today? Are you okay? I hope so. Are you happy? Well, are you? Are you happy? I hope so. Here we are then. We are all together again. Welcome to the metropolis of Much Wenlock. It is myself, Mr. Duncan, talking to you live now from England, and it's a beautiful day. The sun is out, all of the daffodils are waving in the gentle breeze, and, well, it's quite a nice day, so I couldn't resist coming outside into my garden. So today I'm not in the forest, I'm not in the woods, I'm actually in my garden. However, there is a lot to look at the moment because it is springtime right now in the UK. So because it's spring, lots of flowers, lots of leaves, lots of blossom is coming out on the trees and also on many of the plants, including the daffodils. There are many daffodils growing. You can see there are quite a few in my garden over there. And also the sun is out as well. Did you see what I was doing when I started my live stream today? I was doing some exercise in my garden. I'm trying to stay active. I'm trying to stay physically fit so I can carry on doing my live streams just for you. I hope you are feeling good. I know this is a very strange period of time. Right now we are going through a period of time that has never really happened in our lifetimes, to be honest. I don't remember anything like this ever happening before. I've never known a period of time where so many people have had to stay in their houses or away from other people. Yesterday, I was on my live stream yesterday afternoon, and afterwards I went for a lovely walk and I met some of the neighbours who live nearby. However, we stayed very far away from each other, very far away from my neighbours. So we were shouting to each other from a very long distance. However, it was a lovely walk. We managed to get some exercise, and today I'm doing the same thing. So I'm doing some skipping in the garden today. So yes, this is now live from England. I am in a place called Much Wenlock, but I'm not walking around too far today. So I'm staying here in my garden today. For those who are wondering where I am, yes, I am in my garden right now. And the weather is absolutely gorgeous. In fact, we can look on the trees and you can see there is a lot of blossom at the moment on the trees. Do. Let me just show you. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So there you can see there is lots of cherry blossom at the moment on the trees. Everything is coming into bloom. So at least as I look out of my window, there is something nice to look at. At least there is something nice that I can look at during my days of isolation. Thank you very much for your company already. Lots of people are joining in on the live chat. Of course, that is the reason why we are here. We are here to enjoy company and also remember what I always say, you are not alone. Definitely not. You are not alone. I hope you will stick with me today whilst I'm doing my live stream. There are many people walking around enjoying this beautiful weather. However, they are keeping themselves apart. And that is the thing that we are having to do at the moment. We are all having to stay far from each other. Some people are already bored, especially here in the UK. People are already complaining. They are saying, I've got nothing to do. I'm bored. As I said yesterday, I think this is a good time to actually discover something new. Maybe you can take up a new hobby, or maybe you can develop a new interest. You see? So even though you are doing nothing, or you are stuck at home, or maybe you can't go out very far away from your house, there are still many things that you can do. Maybe you can take up a new hobby. Maybe you can learn how to use your computer better than you do now. So maybe you can brush up on your computer skills. I must be honest with you, that's what I've been doing. I've been learning how to do some of the technical things with my computer. So I am trying my best to stay busy during this strange period of time. And the sun is out. Can you see the sunshine is dazzling me right now as I stand here in front of you? Hello also to the live chat. Don't forget, you are not alone during this period of time. I will be with you as often as I can, so I'm with you today. Sweetness is here. Hello, Sweetness. You are the first hello today. The first hello. There will be many hellos coming your way today. Sweetness says the sun is out today and I'm so happy. I'm in the kitchen making... Did you see the pheasant? A pheasant just flew over my head. So Sweetness is in the kitchen at the moment making some food. I am preparing some dough to make my own bread. That is a great idea. I think a lot of people are going to be learning how to make their own food, and I suppose bread is a really good example of that. So yes, I think so. Hesham, hello Hesham, you are one of the most effective people in my life. Thank you very much, that's very kind of you. I hope I can keep you company during this very strange period of time. I do feel happy, however, there is something that is worrying me because I discovered this morning that I'm almost out of toilet paper. These are my last sheets of toilet paper. This is all I have left. This is all the toilet paper I have. So I don't know what I'm going to do because people are rushing into the shops. They are buying all of the toilet paper very selfishly and there isn't enough to go round. So here I am. Look, I only have 1, 2, 3. 3 sheets. I only have enough for 3 sheets. That sounds like I'm saying something else, doesn't it? So I only have 3 sheets of toilet paper left. So this one is for today, this one is for tomorrow, and this one is for the day after tomorrow. So I have 3 days of toilet paper left. To be honest with you, I don't know what I'm going to do after the 3rd day. What am I going to do? How will I clean myself? I have no idea. Maybe I can use some of the leaves on the trees. The only problem is there aren't any leaves because, well, it's winter. So we are now approaching spring, but over the past 3 or 4 months, it's been winter here. So many of the trees have no leaves. So I can't even use leaves to clean myself with. So all I have, 3 sheets of toilet paper. So if anyone has any toilet paper, can you please send it to me? Just throw it towards my house and then I will pick it up later. Thank you very much. Just in case anyone in my area is watching. If you are watching nearby, please can you spare some toilet paper? Please. I'm almost out of toilet paper. When you are out of something, it means you have run out. There is nothing left. Apparently the volume is small. Is it really? Well, maybe. Is that better? Can you hear me now? Maybe there is a problem with the sound. I don't know. Can you hear me all right? Can you really hear me okay? If you can't hear me, please let me know. If you can hear me, please let me know as well. So if you can't hear me, please tell me. Please say, Mr. Duncan, we can't hear you. Can you hear me? Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Yes, Mr. Duncan, we can hear you quite well. Oh, well, that's okay then. Whew, I was worried then. I got really worried because I thought there might be a problem. Yes, we can hear you. Thank you very much for letting me know. Can you see me? If you can see me, then I feel very sorry for you. I'm sorry about that. So I'm trying to keep myself fit and healthy, and that's the reason why I'm in the garden today, to try and keep myself fit. So that's what I'm doing today. I am trying to keep myself healthy. That is the reason why I was using my skipping rope earlier. The only problem with this is I'm not very good at it. I'm not very good at using a skipping rope. However, Mr. Steve is very good at using a skipping rope. He is very athletic. For those who know me well, you will know that I am not a very athletic person. It is true. It is true. So I've almost used all of my toilet paper. I've almost used everything in my house. I only have this. I only have this left. It's not fair. Do you know what I want at the moment? Do you know the one thing that I really wish I had is a bidet? I wish I had a lovely bidet in my bathroom, but I don't, unfortunately. I think I will have to improvise with something else. Improvise. I like that word. To improvise is to use something instead of the thing you normally use. You find an alternative to something that you normally use. Ooh, there's a bit of a dog fight behind me. Some dogs are fighting. Maybe they are also fighting over toilet paper. Who knows? They might be very posh dogs that like to wipe their bottoms with toilet paper, maybe. What is your favourite movie, Mr. Duncan? Hello, Hesham. My favourite movie? Well, at the moment I'm watching lots of movies. Some movies that I've never seen before, I am actually watching. So I am doing a lot of watching, a lot of viewing of movies. A couple of nights ago, I watched a very interesting film called 12 Monkeys with Bruce Willis. A very good movie. If you haven't seen it, I recommend that you go to see it because it is actually a very good movie. 12 Monkeys, starring Bruce Willis and lots of other people as well. Improvise. Yes, Mavi, you have spelt the word correctly. Improvise. To improvise is to do something that you normally do, however, you use something else to do it instead. For example, I suppose when I run out of toilet paper, I will have to use something else instead. So I can't use toilet paper because I will have none left. So I have to improvise. I have to use something else instead. I have to use something else instead. I'm in the garden for those wondering what the hell is going on. My name is Duncan and I teach English on YouTube, and that's what I've been doing for a very long time. Do you know how long I've been doing this for on YouTube? Do you know? 14 years. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I don't believe it at all. How old are you, Mr. Duncan? Oh dear. Well, I am about the same age as my teeth, but slightly older than my hair. Hello, Mr. Duncan. My big problem in spring is that I am allergic to plants. Yes, yes. Sambu Sissoko says, I am allergic to plants. Can I just say, I have the same problem as well. I have the same problem. During the summer, I get very sensitive to pollen from plants. So during the summer months, normally I suffer with hay fever. That is what I normally do. So normally I have hay fever during the summer months. I hope you can see me okay because the sun is very bright. Can you see? I am getting some lovely vitamin D into my body because the sun is very good for that. It is very good for getting vitamin D into your body. Ong says, the weather today is much better than yesterday, Mr. Duncan. You are right, it is actually much better. I think so. Duong Tran asks, where are you from? Where am I from? I'm from England. I'm talking to you now from a beautiful sunny place in England, the United Kingdom. Formerly part of the EU, but no longer. Make of that what you will. From his red cap, I think your favourite football team is Liverpool. No, I don't follow football. You might be pleased or surprised to hear that I don't actually follow football at all. I don't. I'm not really a sporty person, to be honest. Have you ever had long hair, Mr. Duncan? Yes, when I was young, I used to have long hair, and sometimes I would change the colour of my hair as well. Sometimes when I was young, in the 1980s, because that was the style at the time. Thank you very much for your lovely comments today. Of course, as I always mention, something I always say during this time, sometimes you have to make the best of a bad deal. Make the best of a bad deal. I will show it you so you can see it clearly. Make the best of a bad deal. Now, when we say this, what we mean is, even though you are having a problem or maybe something isn't going right, you can always find something good from it. So you try to make the best of a bad deal. You try to improve your situation. You try to make the best of a bad deal. Here's another one. These are the ones that I'm showing you every day to tell you that things are not as bad as they seem sometimes. Things could always be worse. They could. Things could always be worse. So when we think about bad situations, you can say to yourself, things could always be worse. In some cases, things do get worse. Some cases, you might find that things actually do get worse. Here's another one. I think this one is very suitable for today. Look on the bright side. Always look on the bright side. Isn't that great? And here I am now in the sunshine saying, always look on the bright side. Always look on the bright side of life. When things seem bad, always try to look on the bright side. Enjoy every day, because one day you might not be able to do any of this. So I always appreciate everything that I have in my life. I try my best. Every cloud has a silver lining. Even though today we don't have many clouds here in the UK, however, this is still a very good expression. Every cloud has a silver lining. Remember, even if things seem bad, you can always reassure yourself by saying that every cloud has a silver lining. Even things that seem bad, there is always something good that comes with it. As I said earlier, maybe you can learn a new skill. So what I'm doing at the moment, I am improving my computer skills. I am using my computer skills. So there are many things that I don't know about using computers. So what I'm doing is I am improving. I am trying to improve my computer skills. Here is my favorite. Very nice. There is always light at the end of the tunnel. There is light at the end of the tunnel. However bad things seem, however terrible things might seem at the moment, there is always light at the end of the tunnel. There is always something nice that is approaching. So this is one of the best ways to stay positive. There is always light at the end of the tunnel, even though sometimes it is very hard to see that light. But remember, we are all doing the same thing. I am doing it, you are doing it. We are all sharing the same experience, and don't forget, you are not alone. You are definitely not alone. I will try to be with you as often as I can. I know there are many people who are alone or self-isolating at home by themselves. So that is the reason why I'm here doing this today. For those who are wondering, I am in England. I am talking to you now from the United Kingdom, and it is a rather nice day here in England. Would you like to have a little move around? So I'm going to move the camera slightly so we can have a different view. Is that okay? Do you mind? Okay, so I'm going to move slightly. Please bear with me. So here is a slightly different view now. There we go. Look at that. Is that better? I think you can see me slightly better now, even though everything is not straight, unfortunately. I'll try my best to make the camera look straight. There we go. So there is another view, giving you a little glimpse of the countryside, and I think I look better now, yes. I think the sun and the shade was causing too much of a contrast. I think so. There was too much contrast from the light. So I will try my best to make it look better. So I'm standing in my garden talking to you now. What are you doing during this strange period of time? Can you tell me what you are doing? Because you know what I'm doing. I'm standing here talking to you. But what about you? What have you been doing during this period of time? What are you doing right now, besides watching me? So is there something that you have tried to do? Maybe a new skill, maybe something you want to improve on? Hello, Emily. Hello, Emily. Nice to see you here. Welcome. Welcome to a lovely sunny day here in England. It is a beautiful garden. You are very lucky. Thank you very much for that. And I have the birds flying around. What I find amazing is all of the nature around me has no idea what is happening. Has no idea. So no one knows, besides us human beings, what is actually happening around us. So all of the animals are just carrying on as normal. All of the animals are just doing their normal thing. Meanwhile, human beings, we are not having a very good time at all, to be honest with you. Vanut, hello Vanut. Vanut GL says, I am watching Netflix. I think a lot of people will be using the streaming services such as Netflix, Amazon Prime, and then also we have, coming soon, Disney Plus. Disney Plus is coming to the UK very soon. So not only that, we have an extra streaming service coming our way very soon. Disney Plus will be launching soon here in the UK. So I have a feeling that many people will be staying at home watching Disney films, Star Wars, So I think, yes, I think there will be many people tuning in to the streaming services. Of course, Netflix, Disney Plus, they don't have as many viewers as me. Well, in my mind anyway. Marina is here. Hello, Marina. Welcome. Welcome to my little live stream during this very strange period of time. I love the Disney Channel. Well, Disney Plus, I think it's going to be an amazing thing, even though myself, I'm not going to have it because I don't have any streaming services besides Netflix. So sometimes I use Netflix, but most of the time I don't use anything. I don't watch much television, to be honest. Francesca says, glimpse, glimpse. If you glimpse, it means you have a look at something very briefly, or maybe you only see a small part of something. So if you look at something very quickly, like that, you have a glimpse, glimpse. So if you glimpse something, you see it briefly for a very brief moment of time, and then it's gone. Glimpse. You have a glimpse. You have a view, something you see. Maybe it is in the distance. Maybe it is something that is not very clear. You have a glimpse. So today we are having a glimpse in my garden. Hello, Alan W. Alan, welcome to my live stream. Everyone is welcome here. Emily says, oh my God, I hate you. Hi, Nushar. Hello also, Nuju. I believe you are watching in Vietnam, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, English has many slang words. There are many slang words that we use in English. However, generally speaking, and this is something that not many people realize, generally speaking, in everyday life, people don't normally use slang very much. We don't use slang very often, to be honest. So you might see or hear slang being used in movies or on TV. But to be honest with you, in everyday life, people don't use slang very much. You are a dog. If I was a dog, I would be a little chihuahua. One of those cute little dogs that you can put into your handbag. Who remembers Paris Hilton? Do you remember Paris Hilton? She used to be the most famous woman in the world about 15 years ago. But now no one knows who she is. Paris Hilton. She used to have a little chihuahua that she would put in her handbag. So yes, if I was a dog, I would be a chihuahua. Hello to Belarusia. Hi, Belarusia. I have missed you. Where have you been? I haven't seen you for a long time. So I've missed you, Belarusia. Nice to see you back. What are you doing at the moment? Are you still working? Are you still working on people's teeth? I wonder. I had an email this morning from my dentist. My dentist sent an email saying, Mr. Duncan, we haven't seen you at the dentist for a very long time. We think you should come in for a checkup. Hello, use code R44. That sounds like a type of battery. WTF, WTTF, WW. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say. Yes, that's very kind. You are right, Belarusia. Nice to see you back again. Hello to India. India. Kisan Mato says hello from India. Nice to see you here as well. Philippe is here. Philippe, that sounds French. Are you in France at the moment? How are things in France right now? I would imagine they are not very good. Yes, we have the birds singing in the trees. They are completely unaware of what is going on. The only The only animals on the planet who know about this are us. We like your trees, Mr. Duncan. Hak Lao. Where are you watching? I think maybe you are also in Vietnam. Apparently, in Argentina, all of the dentists are closed. They have closed their offices. Now, I was surprised because I think maybe my dentist, the dentist here in Much Wenlock, I think it is still open for business. And I was so surprised. I can't believe it. I can't believe my dentist is still operating. Alan says sexy. Ooh. I think I've pulled, everyone. I think I've pulled. Duong Tran says hi. Hello to you again. I notice now that you have become a regular viewer of my live streams. It's nice. Francesca asks, what is the movie 12 Monkeys about? Well, it's hard to explain in just a few sentences, but it is one of my favourite types of movies, which is time travel. I love movies about time travel. So one of my favourite type of movie is science fiction, especially when it involves time travel. So yes. So 12 Monkeys is actually related to, well, it's related to two things. It's related to time travel, and it's also related to a deadly virus. How strange is that? And I watched it the other night. A very good movie. I am a big fan of Bruce Willis. I am. I like Bruce Willis very much. He's made some good films. He's also made some terrible films as well. Bruce Willis has made some of the worst movies ever. Has anyone seen The Whole Nine Yards? The Whole Nine Yards might be one of the worst movies ever made. And they made a sequel as well. Can you believe it? Do you like the TV show The Stranger on Netflix? To be honest with you, I haven't seen it. Many of my friends have told me, you must see The Stranger. It is a great TV show. It's really good, but I haven't seen it yet. So at the moment, I'm catching up with other things. I've been watching Better Call Saul, because it's one of my favourite TV shows. And of course, I absolutely loved Breaking Bad. I'm the one who does the knocking. Don't you know? Let's cook. Hello to the live chat. Nice to see so many people here. I don't know what I'm talking about there, by the way. I went off completely into another world. But no, I haven't seen The Stranger on Netflix. A lot of people have recommended it to me, but I haven't seen it. Who takes care of your lovely garden? Asks Marina. Actually, it is Steve. I don't do any of it. I'm too lazy. Okay, I'm too busy. That's better. That sounds better. If I say too lazy, that sounds awful, doesn't it? So instead I will say, I am too busy to do the garden. So instead, Mr. Steve does it. Cecilia is, oh yes, very healthy. Cecilia is eating an apple at the moment. It is good to make sure that you get all of your vitamins and all of your nourishment during this very strange period of time. And it is a strange period of time. Isn't it a weird time? Umberto says, do you like Gothic movies? Now, when you say Gothic, I suppose you mean dark movies or horror movies with a very dark theme. One of my favourite movies, and I've never mentioned this before, one of my favourite movies is Hellboy. I think Hellboy is a really good movie. Except for the recent one. Did you see the recent version of Hellboy? Wasn't it awful? Terrible. But I do like the first movie, the first episode of Hellboy. I think it was a good movie. I like Ron Perlman as well. I think Ron Perlman is a good actor. Ong asks, where did you get that hat? That sounds like a song. Oh, where did you get that hat? Where did you get that hat? I do not like music. It is forbidden. Well, you can always hum a little tune in your head. You can make your own songs. If they are forbidden, you can always make some nice songs in your head instead. Do you like sport? No, I don't. I don't follow sport at all. Hamizera says, your garden costs more than £1 million? No, it does not. Trust me. It doesn't cost more than £1 million. But thank you for the compliment. What would you do if you could go into the future or into the past? Well, if I could go into the future, I would probably go ahead by maybe 2 years. So I would go straight to 2022, just because I like the sound of it. I think 2022 sounds good. 2022. It sounds like something from a science fiction movie. Don't you think so? So if I could go forward in time, I would go forward by 2 years, just so I could say 2022, because I think it sounds brilliant. I can't wait until 2022. I think 2020 is boring. 2022 sounds more interesting. The blinding one, the power of the light. Hello to you. I love your name, by the way. It's very, very intriguing. Roe Castle. Every time I see and watch Mr. Duncan, I think I am in Mind Your Language. Oh, yes. Well, that was a television show that used to exist here in the UK in the 1970s. So there was a very funny TV show in the 1970s called Mind Your Language. And it involved a lot of foreign students who were learning English from an English teacher called Mr. Brown. I do like Mind Your Language, yes. Have you ever been to an Arab country? I've never been to any Arab countries, to be honest. I've always wanted to go to Morocco. I've always been strangely fascinated by Morocco. I don't know why. Hello. There's a little bird. There was a little bird above my head saying hello. Do you like pets? I do like pets. I am a big lover of animals, although, to be honest with you, I don't have my own pet. I don't own an animal, but I have all of the lovely wildlife around me. I have the birds. Can you hear the birds? Do you speak any other languages? Well, it's taken me many years to get English right, to be honest. I hope to be in Morocco, Mr. Duncan. Akhenaten. I hope to be in Morocco. I think Morocco is a very interesting country. I would like to go there one day. I believe the food is very nice. Yes, I would like to sample some Moroccan food. Hello, Duncan. You are in a wonderful place. Thank you very much. Well, I've come outside to get some fresh air because I'm very lucky because I live in the countryside. So because I live away from other people, it means I can come outside without worrying too much. Also, it gives me a very good chance to talk to you as well. So don't forget, we are all doing the same thing. I'm doing it. You're doing it. Everyone is doing it. You are not alone. Abdullah asks, are you British? Yes, I'm British. I'm in England. I'm in England. I'm English. I'm talking to you now from the birthplace of the English language. Leonid, hello Leonid. How is the UK? It isn't too bad. Some people are panicking Some people are getting very worried. I'm getting worried because I have only 3 pieces of toilet paper left. So I am now down to my last 3 pieces of toilet paper. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I don't know. I only have 3 days of toilet paper left. Just 3 more. And then, I don't know, I will have to improvise. I will have to improvise. I think so. Can you describe your garden? Well, it's green. It has lots of trees and bushes and quite a few plants growing at the moment. So yes, the garden is looking rather nice because spring has arrived in the UK. Anna Akinator. Hello, Akinator. What does the word hoax mean? If you have a hoax, it means someone says something that isn't real. So you might lead people to believe that something is real, when in fact, in reality, it isn't. So yes, that is the meaning of that word. Intriguing. Intriguing, yes. The word intriguing means something that is interesting or it draws your attention. You are intrigued. You want to know more. Maybe you see my face on the computer and you are thinking, who is that strange man? I am intrigued by that person. I am very intrigued. I want to watch more of this person because he is very intriguing. So yes, intrigue. If something is intriguing, it means it is something that gets your attention, something that makes you very curious about something. You are intrigued by it. There are many types of plants in my garden. To be honest, I am not an expert on plants and trees. I just like to look at them. But to be honest with you, I can't really name them because I don't really know much about trees and plants. I am not an ornithologist or a horticulturalist. Manipulate. If you manipulate, that's an interesting word. Yes, we often use that as a verb to change something. You manipulate something. Maybe you change the appearance or the shape of something. You manipulate. Ooh, I like that one. Sometimes I get a slight pain in my neck. I have to manipulate my neck to make it feel better, like that. You see? Manipulate. Control. I suppose you could also use the word control as a synonym of manipulate. Tristan. Hello, Tristan. Have you been to Thailand? I've never been to Thailand. Never, ever, ever in my life. I've never been to Thailand. I believe it is a very nice place, friendly people, and delicious, tasty, gorgeous food. What did you think I was going to say? I love your voice, Mr. Duncan. I have learned many things from you. Thank you very much for that. I am learning English day by day from Duncan. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mohammed Owain. Thank you very much. C. Kwani says, you are gorgeous, aren't you? I'm not sure about that. Not according to my mother. When I was born, apparently, the doctor slapped my face because he thought it was my bottom. Hello to Anne Fung. The tree behind you looks so funny without any leaves. Would you like to see the tree that is behind me? There it is. it is actually, I think this tree looks rather scary. It looks like a tree from a horror movie or something like that. However, this is actually an apple tree. So this is the apple tree in my garden. Sadly, this apple tree is not very well at the moment, unfortunately. And the reason why there are no leaves is because it's just coming towards the end of winter. So during the winter months, many trees in the UK have no leaves because they all fall off in autumn. So that is it, you see. During the autumn months, all of the trees fall, or all of the leaves fall from the trees. That is what happens. And at the moment, something else is happening. The birds are all preparing to build their nests because now it is the mating season. The mating season for the birds. They are all flying around, trying to attract each other. Hello. Oh, hello. Aren't you nice? Yes, you are. Do you have any interests? Well, I like human watching. I am very keen on human watching. Oh, me too. I like watching people as well. Ooh, would you like to build a nest with me? Okay then, let's fly off together and have some fun. What time is it, Mr. Duncan? What time is it now? It is 20 minutes past 2 o'clock on a Monday. It's Monday, everyone. Normally, people would be going to work today. However, many people are not going to work because they are staying at home. And many people have no choice. They have to stay at home. At the moment, it is 20 minutes past 2 o'clock. I will show you my watch just to prove that it is live. So now you know. It is 20 past 2 on a Monday afternoon. It is, what is it? The 23rd of March. The 23rd of March. Akhenaten, what is the meaning of commemoration? Well, a commemoration is a point of time where you remember something that happened on that day or at that time. So you have a commemoration. You remember something that happened in the past. So maybe, well, quite often we have commemorations to remember maybe a tragic event or maybe something bad. Commemoration. It is a form of remembrance. It is a form of remembrance. It is how you remember something that happened on the same day in history. So maybe you will commemorate the end of the Second World War. Maybe you will commemorate the attacks on the World Trade Center. You commemorate, you remember, you have a memorial. You remember something that happened in the past. Normally, we will do this on the same day that the thing happened in the past. Tao Din says, I often watch your lessons. It helps me a lot. Thank you, Mr. Duncan. You are welcome. I am very pleased to be here. And I will try to be here as often as I can with my live English lessons. So this is now, I think this is the 6th day. So for the past 6 days, I have been doing live streams. A ceremony of celebration. Maybe. So a commemoration can sometimes be a remembrance of something bad happening. So not always a good thing. Not always good. Hello to Nusha. How do you pronounce sheep and ship? I will get very close to the microphone so you can hear me. Sheep, 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 ship, ship, sheep, ship, sheep, ship, sheep, ship. So you can hear the difference in the sound. I was thinking yesterday, that there must be many ways of keeping yourself fit and healthy. And there is one thing that I remember that used to occur many years ago here in England and in the UK. And it is a sport that no one does anymore. Do you know the sport? Have you ever heard of wellywanging? Have you ever heard of wellywanging? Do you know what wellywanging is? It is a sport that used to be very popular here in the UK in the 1970s and also the 1980s. Wellywanging. But what is it? How do you wang a welly? Well, I will show you. Excuse me. I just happen to have a welly here. So a Wellington. This is a Wellington boot. These are types of footwear that people wear when it's wet or when there are lots of puddles or mud. So this is a Wellington boot. It is a Wellington. We call it a welly. So in British English, quite often we will call this a welly or Wellington boot. However, when I was growing up, there were many competitions that would take place around the area in which I lived. And what you do is you take the welly and you throw it. You throw it as far as you can. So now I am going to have a go. I'm going to try and revive the age-old art of wellywanging. Have you ever heard of wellywanging? So there it is. I am now going to wang this welly. Wellywanging. It means welly throwing. You throw the Wellington boot as far as you can. So I'm going to try it now to see how good I am at it. I haven't done it for many years. But it is a very good way to stay healthy. You throw a Wellington boot. It's true, it used to exist, but not many people play it anymore. I wonder why. So here we go. I will count to 3 and then I will try to wang this welly as far as I can. Shall we have a go? Shall we try? Okay. Make sure I'm still on the camera. Can you still see me? Okay. Right, I'm gonna throw the welly and I want to see how far I can make it go with my puny little girl-like arm. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Throw that welly! That was rubbish. That was absolutely rubbish. I feel so ashamed. I'm sorry I've let you all down. I feel embarrassed, ashamed. I feel like a failure because I couldn't throw the Wellington boot very far. By the way, that Wellington boot is Mr. Steve's. It's not mine. I think tomorrow Steve will be looking for his Wellington boot. He will be saying, "Duncan, where is my Wellington boot? I can't find it." Hello to Luis. Oh, hello, Luis Mendez, watching in France. A big bonjour to you. Nice to see you here today. I hope you are feeling well. I know things at the moment are not great. Things around the world are a little strange. You may have noticed that things are not the same as they normally are. Bloody hell. Where is my boot? Thank you, Frozen Crow. I like your name, by the way, because we get a lot of crows around here, and they normally make a lot of noise. So hello to you. So where is my bloody boot? I think Mr. Steve will be saying that to me tomorrow. I think he will be getting very annoyed because he can't find his Wellington boot. Hello, Mr. Duncan. I am a beginner in English. Well, you have come to the right place. I am a beginner in English. Can you give me some advice? Well, I can always give advice about how to learn English. One of the big things is to make English part of your life. Try to do it every day. Listen, read. Try to remember new words. Start off with simple words. Start off with easy words, short words. So I always say that you should learn a new language as if you are a child. It's true. So the best way to learn anything new is like a child. Imagine that you are a child learning something for the first time. So you learn in exactly the same way. And you should never feel embarrassed by that. Never feel ashamed to learn like a child, because that is the best way to learn anything. Can you mention me in your video? Says Kayla. Hello, Kayla. Nice to see you here. I can see your face, although I think it's not you. I'm not sure, it might be. You might be a cartoon for all I know. You need Mr. Steve to wang the other welly to see who will win. I'm not doing that. I know that Mr. Steve will win. That's unfair. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to compete against Steve. He's much stronger than I am. That would be unfair. I mean, look at my little girly arm. Mr. Steve would win. No doubt about it. Lil asks, why do you throw the boot? The usual thing to throw is stones. Well, the thing I was showing you earlier is a special sport, a sport that we used to play here in the UK many years ago, called welly wanging. Welly wanging. Hello, Christina. Hi, Christina. Nice to see you here today. Welcome. I'm in the garden, getting some sunlight on my face, getting some vitamin D into my body. The word wang means throw. Yes, if you wang something or throw it, yes, it is something you are doing. You are throwing something. You are wanging something. Chuck. Oh, yes, you can also say chuck. You are chucking something. So if you chuck something, it means you are throwing it. Quite often we will use the word chuck in British English. So you chuck something. You throw something. Duong is here. Nice to see you as well. Angelina is here as well. Nice to see so many people saying hello on the live chat. Mr. Duncan, do you like Manchester United or Liverpool? I don't follow football. There seems to be a lot of people who seem to think I am a football fan. Maybe it's because of my red hat. So perhaps people think perhaps I am a Liverpool supporter or a Manchester United supporter, but I don't really follow football, to be honest. I don't follow football very much at all. Mr. Duncan. Hello, Ga. Nice to see you here. Minato. Hello to Minato. I love your accent. Yes, it is British. I'm a British person. I'm English. I live in England. And this is the sound that I make. It comes out of my mouth. Why are you so funny, Mr. Duncan? I don't know. Maybe my mother. Yes, I blame my mother. I think she must have dropped me on my head when I was a baby. I think that might be the reason. Thank you for being here for so many years. You are welcome. Salsay, you are welcome. I have been doing this on YouTube for nearly 14 years. So I started doing my YouTube videos way back in 2006 when YouTube was just a little baby. Thanks to YouTube, we can see you again. Thank you, MR. Yes, it's great. I love technology so much. I really do love technology. I am crazy about technology. I love it. So I am a big fan of computers, cameras, electrical devices, mobile phones. The thing that I'm talking to you now on is my little mobile phone. Manila says, you like eating chocolate. Yes, it's true. You are right. I do have a very sweet tooth. What do you know about Ramadan, Mr. Duncan? Well, I know that it is a festival followed by people who are in the or with the Islamic faith. Yes, I know about that. So yes, I believe it is happening soon. I love the way you are. Thank you very much for that. That's very kind of you. What a beautiful weather behind you, Mr. Duncan. In Poland, it is very similar, but it is windy. We have had a lot of wind here in the UK over the past few days. It's been very windy. However, today, the weather is quite nice. So that's the reason why I'm outside enjoying some of the lovely weather. I will give you another view. So here is the view from the front of my phone. So there it is. So that is the weather at the moment here in the UK. You can see that there is a lot of blossom on the trees, and also you can see the green grass and the blue sky. You might even be able to see some of the birds flying. So yes, it is a very nice day today. I must be honest with you. I am really enjoying the weather, and I'm enjoying sharing my time with you because I am also in isolation. Everyone is. So many people here in the UK are now in isolation. They are all isolated. I will show you the aspect of my garden. Just a moment. I will do something here that is very unusual. So please just wait a moment. Please bear with me. Don't go away. Ah, look at that. Very nice. Here is a little bit of cherry blossom. Look at that. There is some lovely cherry blossom coming out now on the trees. I'm not sure if my camera will focus on that, but you can see there is some lovely delicate cherry blossom. And I have taken a little bit off the tree to show you. Isn't that lovely? I really love this time of year. I like this time of year very much because all of the blossom is coming out. And if there's one thing I love, it's the colour of nature and also the sounds of nature as well. And this particular flower is also the colour that I like the most. So I do like the colour purple. I like the colour purple very much. So there you can see some lovely cherry blossom that is growing in my garden. Isn't that nice? Very nice. It doesn't smell of anything. I thought it would have a smell, but it doesn't. I will put that in my pocket with my toilet paper. Could you please climb over the fence? Really? Do you want to climb over the fence, Mr. Duncan? Well, I suppose I could try. I'm not very fit, as I said earlier, but I suppose I could try and climb over the fence. Let's see, shall we? Hello, Riga, UK. Hello, Riga, UK. Where in the UK are you? I'm very keen to find out where you are. Yes, I have been here now for 1 hour and 8 minutes, and it is Monday afternoon. My name is Duncan. I teach English on YouTube, but today I'm spending time with everyone. So if you want to spend a little bit of time watching my video, you are more than welcome to do so. So I hope you are enjoying this different live stream. Intent. Hello, Intent Jester. Lincolnshire. Another nice part of the world. Lincolnshire is a beautiful place. Very scenic. Very scenic. You are very blessed to live in a place like that. Thank you, Han. You are very kind. I do realise that I am lucky to live here. There is never a day where I don't wake up in the morning and think how lucky I am to open my curtains and look at this. It's great. I feel very lucky, and that's the reason why I want to be here now, sharing it with you as well. Hello from Catalonia. Hello to you. What is the situation where you are? What is happening in your country? Please, Mr. Duncan, can you remind people to subscribe to your channel? It is almost, or it is getting towards 1 million subscribers. Well, it's moving very slowly. But yes, if you want to give me a thumbs up, so give me a lovely like and say how much you are enjoying this live stream, something different on a Monday afternoon. Duong says, I must go to sleep now because it is very late. I would imagine that in Vietnam, it must be late at the moment, yes. Christina says, I wish I was there with you. Well, you almost are. You are almost here with me. Almost. You can see me. You can hear me. You can hear nature. So it's almost as if we are together. Almost. Not quite. But very close. Mr. Duncan is one of those people you would be pleased to have in your life. He is funny, nice and kind. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Thank you for all those funny and interesting videos and moments. Thank you very much to Roe Castle. Very kind of you to say so. I'm not looking for compliments. I'm not here to get your compliments. I'm here just to keep you company. And of course, you are keeping me company. So don't forget, we are doing the same thing. I am also isolated here in the countryside, and you are quite possibly isolated where you are as well. So yes, we are in the same situation. But don't forget, you are not alone. Definitely not. Ace. Hello, Ace, watching in Birmingham. Is that Birmingham, the UK? Because I know Birmingham very well. I know Birmingham very well. Got quite a few friends who live in Birmingham. Selly Oak. I know Selly Oak very well. Also Handsworth. I have some friends who live in Handsworth. Where else? Also near Bordsley Green. Do you know Bordsley Green? I have friends there as well. I live in Handsworth. Hello, Ace, in Handsworth. I know Handsworth. There is a lovely shop in Handsworth. I don't know if it's still there, but many years ago I used to go to this lovely shop and they used to do all of this beautiful Indian food. It was all like samosas and food like that, and they used to cook it fresh and it was delicious. So I do remember my time working. I used to work in Handsworth many years ago. I like your shirt, Mr. Duncan, and those flowers. It looks as if spring has arrived in England. It has. You are right. Yes, it has. Lilia. Oh, hello, Lilia. I wish I could teleport to some sunny place in nature and chill out under the branches of some ancient trees. It would be very nice to do that. However, I am going to try and bring a little bit of this into your computer. I will try to send some of it to you. If I push hard enough, maybe it will come out of your screen. So here we go. I will try to bring some of this into your room. Did you get it? Did you get it okay? Yeah? Did it arrive? Okay. Mika says it is time to go to bed. Good night, Mika. And please stay safe, stay well in Japan. Thank you very much for that. Are you alone there, or do you have a family with you now? Well, sadly, and I don't want to be too sad or miserable, but sadly my mother is very unwell at the moment, so she is being cared for, and unfortunately I can't go to see her. So sadly, because my mother is now ill, and now they've stopped people visiting, so I can't even go to visit my mother. So sadly, my mother is in isolation as well. So yes, it's quite sad. I feel rather unhappy about that. So I really do need you to cheer me up as well, because I can't see my mum. Can I have the temperature there? It is cold in Canada. I would imagine it depends where you live. But yes, it can get very cold in Canada. Today, the temperature is around 12 or 13 Celsius. So the temperature here today is around 13 Celsius. So I hope that helps you. Does it help you? But it is rather nice. The sun is shining and everything is okay. Would you like to see some of the things that I have during this period of time? I will have to get them. Just a moment. Don't go away. Stay there. Please. Don't click away. Just when you thought there was nothing else to say, there is lots to talk about. So here are some things that are being bought, and some of the things that I have in my house. Some of these things that I don't have much of, and some of these things I have a lot of. One of the things I do have is coffee. I have a lot of coffee. I don't know about you, but I always find that coffee can be very refreshing, and also it gives you a little lift as well. So you can see I have my lovely coffee. So I have some coffee, not much, because I'm not one of those people who went out panic buying. I didn't do it. I don't think there's any need to. However, I have my coffee, some lovely coffee. Something else that I bought, just in case I get hungry, I've got some lovely soup here. I've got lentil soup. I know it's in the can. I know some people might say, Mr. Duncan, you are very lazy. You are very lazy indeed, because you are not making your own soup. So this particular soup is in a can. It's much easier to make. Here's another thing that I bought, because I want some lovely nutrition. Look at that, I've got some sweet corn. So this also is in a tin. I'm sorry about that. This is also in a tin. However, sweet corn is very good for you, and it is a good source of fibre, so that will keep me very regular, which is always good news. What else do I have? Oh, can you guess what I have in my hand right now? Oh, oh, you did guess. Baked beans. Where would we be without baked beans? The greatest meal ever created. Baked beans. So I have 4 tins of baked beans in my kitchen. So I have some baked beans, and I think a lot of people like baked beans. I love baked beans. I think baked beans are amazing. I wish I could marry my tin of baked beans, but apparently you can't. It's not allowed. I think that's dreadful. They should allow people to marry tins of beans. It's so prejudiced. What else do I have? Oh, here is something that a lot of people have been buying, and people have become very obsessed with cleanliness, staying clean. So here is something that people have been buying, bleach. So people have now become very aware that they have to stay clean. So I have a bottle of bleach. So this is something you use normally in your toilet, or maybe on work surfaces. So bleach is a very good way of cleaning things. However, you have to be careful where you use it. So if you use this in certain places, you might actually cause damage. So bleach is something that a lot of people are using at the moment because they are trying to keep their house clean. But please don't use this on your skin. If you use this on your hands, it will burn, and it will feel very unpleasant, to be honest. Very unpleasant. You are watching a special live English stream with myself, Mr. Duncan, talking to you all the way from England. Fresh fruit. We do have some fresh fruit here. We have bananas, oranges, strawberries. So all of these things are available at the local shop. So where I live, my shop, the place where I live, the shop that is local to me, has lots of things. So they are doing very well at the moment. So we don't really have any shortages here in Much Wenlock. Around the area, many of the shops still have lots of things. I think the only thing that they've run out of is toilet paper. Apparently people are still buying too much toilet paper. And because of that, I don't have any toilet paper for myself. Can you see what's happened? So because everyone has bought too much toilet paper, there is not enough for me. This is all I have left. This is all the toilet paper that I have left in the world because of everyone else going out and buying it. There were some ladies on the internet the other day and they were fighting over toilet paper. What has become of humanity? So there were people fighting and hitting each other because they were trying to get some toilet paper. So I have no toilet paper because everyone else has bought it. There's none for me. What will I do? What will I do? Another thing that people have started buying recently, and this is very strange. This is very unusual, very strange. This is something that people have started doing recently. They've started buying paint. Yes, I'm not joking. So people have started buying paint because they've all decided that they want to go into their house or around their house and do lots of painting. Maybe they want to paint their walls, or maybe they want to paint their ceilings, or perhaps they want to paint the outside of their houses. So here in the UK, people have gone crazy buying paint because they want to do lots of DIY, do it yourself. So when we say DIY, we mean things that you do yourself to maintain your house. Maybe you paint the walls, maybe you repair the woodwork. So things that you do around your house to fix it or renovate it, DIY. So a lot of people who are now at home, they have decided to start doing things to their house. And apparently people are now buying paint. They've gone crazy buying paint. Because they want to do some decorating. If you want to do some decorating, we normally say that you are doing some DIY. DIY. Do it yourself. Mr. Steve has a very interesting sense of humour. This morning, Steve was talking to his colleagues on the phone, and he was saying that there will be lots of people going to hospital because of all of the injuries that they've suffered, because they're all trying to do their DIY. So I think over the next few days, a lot of people are going to try and do work on their house, and they will be falling from ladders, they will be chopping their fingers off, they will be suffering all sorts of terrible injuries. I think so. So I would say that over the next few days, that there will be lots of people injuring themselves, causing bodily harm to themselves, because they are trying to do DIY on their houses. They are trying to repair their houses because they have nothing else to do. That's why people have become so crazy about certain things. But we are all trying to make it through this very strange period of time. I am doing this, so this is my way of spending my time usefully. So I think this is a useful thing to do. Craig Turner. Hello, Craig Turner. Your name sounds very English. Maybe you are in England, I don't know. I have changed the arrangement of the wardrobe yesterday just to pass the time. Christina, that's a great idea. So there are many things you can do during this period of time. Perhaps you can learn a new skill. So as I said earlier, over the past few days, I have been trying to improve my computer skills. So even though I use a computer in my life every day, there are things that I don't know how to do. So I have been learning how to do certain things on my computer. For example, file arrangements, because I can never find anything on my computer. I always lose all of my files. I am not very good at keeping all of my files on my computer arranged properly. So that is something I'm trying to do. I'm trying to arrange my computer files so I can find them much easier. So you can always learn something new. There is always a new skill that you can learn. Your lesson is informative, but I need to go to sleep. EMZ Rich Ramos. That's okay. That's all right. If you need to go to bed, if it is late where you are, don't worry. All I can say is have a sweet dream, rest well, get a lot of rest. And then tomorrow you will wake up refreshed. What a plonker, Rodney. Oh, Rodney, you plonker. Thank you very much. You are correct. That is my mother's name for me. She says, hello, plonker, make me a cup of tea. You are a very natural teacher. Thank you. Thank you, Jose. Thank you very much. Where do you do your errands, Mr. Duncan? Is it Sainsbury? To be honest with you, I buy my shopping from all over the place. So quite a lot of my food I will buy locally. So, for example, I buy all of my bread locally. So I don't go to the supermarkets, I don't go to the big shops for my bread. I always buy my bread from the local shops because I like to support local businesses. I think it's quite nice. Renovate. Yes, that's an interesting word. If you renovate, it means you renew something. You renew. You renovate. You make something look like new. So when a person renovates, we are doing something to change the appearance. So something no longer looks old and worn out. Some people say that I need some renovation on my face. Maybe, maybe not. Hello Berlim, nice to see you here today, live from England. Yes, you can say remodeling. That is very good, Craig. You are right. We can say remodeling. You might remodel your kitchen. It means you change the appearance. Maybe you buy new furniture, or maybe you buy new wallpaper. Maybe you change everything. So if you remodel something, you change the appearance. Quite often when we decorate one of our rooms in the house, we will do that quite often. Han Nguyen is going. Apparently it is after 10 p.m. in Vietnam. Thank you, Noor. Thank you also to Kem. Renaissance. Oh, yes. If you have a renaissance, it means you have the birth of something new. The attitudes will change. So when we talk about renaissance, it is something that changes. Maybe a change of direction, or maybe something that's never been tried before or done before. We often use the word renaissance when we are talking about art. So a new way of expressing yourself through art. Is it correct to say do up? Yes, you can say that. So you can do up something. Do up. D-O-U-P. You do up something. We often use that expression in British English. So quite often here we will say, I am doing up my kitchen, or I am doing up my living room. So if you do up something, it means you are renovating it. You are making it look new. You are making something look refreshed. The best video of my life, says Majestic. Hello to Majestic. Where are you at the moment? My life. Oh, the best video of my life. It is great. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Audrey. Hello to Audrey. Nice to see you here. What music do you like? What is your favourite music, Duncan? My favourite music? Well, I love music from the 1980s. I will be honest with you. I do like music that was around when I was growing up. So to be honest with you, I do like 1980s music. The Human League, Depeche Mode, Ultravox, Adam and the Ants. So that's the music that I grew up with. That is all of the music that I grew up with during my teenage years in the 1980s. So yes, it's something I did for many years. I loved listening to music. The 1980s, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, not your opinion, this is my opinion, I think the music of the 1980s was the best music ever. There, I've said it. Craig asks, do you play video games? No, I don't. Isn't that strange? No, I don't play video games. I've never really played video games. I've never been a fan of video games. I've never really played video games at all. Ong Trum says, it seems that you like singing. Yes, I do. I used to sing in the school choir when I was young. I used to love singing. I still do. I still like singing. However, I only do it in the shower. That's the only place that I do singing nowadays. Definitely. Sweetness Mitra is going now. Thank you, Sweetness. I hope you have a nice time. I have been here for 1 hour and 33 minutes. I will be with you a little bit longer. If you want me to stay, I will stay. If you want me to go, I'll go as well. It's up to you. Stay, go. Stay, go. What do you think? Melissa is watching in, Niagara Falls, New York. So you are on the USA side of Niagara Falls. It's one of the interesting things about Niagara Falls is you can be in Canada and also in the United States and both see Niagara Falls. I like that. It's very interesting. Hello, Leela. Whereabouts in England are you? I am in a place called Much Wenlock. It is in the middle of the countryside, far away from civilization, far away from other human beings. So yes, I live in the countryside in a place called Much Wenlock. It is a very small place, just a few shops, a few people, and nothing else. Please, can you talk to the birds with your whistle? Please. I'm not sure if the birds will reply, but I will try my best. No, nothing. Sorry about that. Nothing, not a single thing. I thought maybe one of the birds would fly down and sit on my shoulder, but nothing. Nothing at all. You are lucky, Mr. Duncan. I wish I could live far from civilization. Well, this is where I normally live, but at the moment, it would appear that I'm living in one of the best places because I'm nowhere near other human beings. However, it also gives me a chance to talk to you live on YouTube. So that's what I'm doing during this very strange time. We are living through a period of time that has never happened or has not happened for maybe 200 years. Very strange time indeed. Maybe the birds are feeling delighted. Maybe, I'm not sure. But around here we have lots of different birds. One of my favourite birds is the buzzard. We have lots of birds of prey around here. Huge buzzards flying around. Normally in the afternoon you can see all of the buzzards flying around above the house. They are looking for something to eat. They are looking for some food. Luis Mendez. Thank you for joining me, Luis. How are things in France? How are things at the moment in France? Things here in the UK are getting quite dramatic because most of the bars, most of the nightclubs, and also restaurants, many shops have now decided also to close their doors. So they are actually closing down temporarily until all of this goes away. So at the moment they are saying that this might continue for another 3 months, maybe another 4 months. Some people are saying 9 months. What? No, surely not. Hello to Michael White. Hello to you. Where are you watching at the moment? I am always interested to know where people are watching because I have viewers all around the world, as far away as Australia, Brazil, Argentina, Vietnam, India, Chile, Spain, Italy. I even have viewers in China. China. It is the hardest thing to do. It is a very hard thing to do watching YouTube in China because YouTube is blocked in China. Blocked completely. Japan, we also have Japan watching at the moment. Hello, Japan. Also, Iran, Cuba, Kurdistan, Siberia. We even have someone watching on Mars. There is a Martian watching on another planet. So if you are watching at the moment on Mars, can I say a very big to you? So if you are a Martian, you will understand what I just said. Hello, Mr. Duncan, you are very famous in the world. I'm not sure about that. I don't know about that. I'm not sure if I'm famous in the world. Hello also to Iran. We also have Venezuela watching as well. Malaysia. Hello to Grace Chin watching in Malaysia. I know Malaysia very well. I used to visit Malaysia many times. A very beautiful place with some of the nicest food in the world. I know one thing, I'm feeling hungry. I'm feeling very hungry now. Talking about food. It's made me feel hungry. Hello to Lithuania. Hello also Qatar. Hello Qatar. I have a lot of people watching in the Middle East. I have people in Saudi Arabia. I also have people watching in the United Emirate States, or the states of Saudi Arabia. Also Qatar. I have people watching in Iran, Iraq, also Syria, Pakistan. So lots of people watching all around the world at this very moment. I know I say this every time I do a live stream, but I love technology. Isn't it amazing? Hamid Reza says, you were in Penang in Malaysia. Yes, I was. I was in Penang. That is the place where I used to visit. I actually made an English lesson. I made an English lesson in Penang. And it is available on my YouTube channel. It is. So yes. Oh, we have the United States of America watching at the moment. Hello to Mary Elizabeth Brown. Hello, Mary. Nice to see you here. How are things going in the USA during this very strange period of time? I know that the situation in the US is slowly getting worse, very similar to here in the UK, where the situation is slowly getting worse every day. So more and more people are now self-isolating. They are staying away from other people. Hello to Wu Samuel, who is watching in China. Ni hao. Hello to China. Nice to see you here as well. A big hello to China. Of course, for those who don't know, I spent many years living in China, teaching English as a second language. Mary Brown says it's very weird. Do you mean the situation where you are now? Yes, I think the situation is weird here. People are acting in very strange ways. Some people are going crazy. They are going to the shops and they are buying things. They are going crazy. They are panicking. They are losing their minds. They are going nuts. They are going crazy. Hello also to Uwala. Self-isolation is very important. Yes, in India, there are more people now who are suffering. Yes, things are really changing on a daily basis. So every day, things are changing. So every day, things are getting worse and worse. So I think, yes, it is a thing that we should all be bearing in mind. We should bear in mind that everyone should stay safe, stay away from other people, especially those who are ill or elderly, like my mother. So sadly, I can't even go to see my mother. I can't see my mother in hospital because they won't let me go. They won't let me go to see her. It's not very nice, really. I have some water here. Oh, sorry about that noise. It was my water bottle. So I do have some water to make sure that my throat stays moist. There is nothing worse than a dry throat. Palmyra says you deserve a star on a Hollywood alley. I'm not sure about that. I don't think I deserve a star. There are many things that people think I deserve. Most of them horrible, horrible things. Hello, Janet. Hello, everyone. Please take extra good care, stay safe and healthy. Very good advice. I think so. Yes, an aeroplane just flew over my house. We live very close to an airfield, so not very far away from where I live there is an airfield, and quite often we will get aeroplanes flying over the house, and sometimes they make a lot of noise. A teacher said to my class, your grade and your pay. A teacher said to my class, your grade is your pay. Stay safe. Oh, that's very good. So what you are saying is the way you do something is part of your salary. So how good you are at doing something or how many people you help is a good thing. Yes, I would agree with you. Don't forget, I don't charge for this. So for the past 14 years, I've been doing this on YouTube. However, I don't charge anything, ever. Thank you, Berlim, for saying hello again. I think there are a lot of people watching at the moment because there is nothing else to do. I think so. Janet says, I am watching you from Dubai in the United Arab Emirates, but I am Filipino. Thank you for this live stream. I have learned so much. Well, you are welcome. Thank you very much. I'm glad that this has been useful because, well, I have nothing to do as well. So you are keeping me company and I'm keeping you company. We are actually helping each other. It might seem as if I'm here for you, but you are also there for me as well. So I'm enjoying this as much as you are. I really am. It is a rather nice day today, and I hope you are feeling happy. That's all I can say about this situation. I hope you are feeling good. Stay positive, stay happy, don't get too down, don't get too unhappy, and most of all, make sure you get some exercise as well. Keep fit. Did you see at the start of my live stream I was actually over there trying to skip with my skipping rope? Unfortunately, I am not very good at doing it. I am not very athletic. We have nothing to do here, says Uwala, because of the current state and also the lockdown. So that is a word that a lot of people are using at the moment to describe a situation where you cannot move around. So when we have a lockdown, it means people have to stay in one place. It means that your freedom to move around has been restricted. So it is restricted. Your movement has been restricted. You can't move around as much as you normally do. Hello, Luke. The first time tuning into this channel, wondering what this is all about. But I'm liking it so far. That's good. Thank you, Luke. Where are you watching? Where are you at the moment? The reason why I'm doing this is because I thought it would be a good idea to share my time with you and to give you a chance to share your time with other people. So it's not just me, it is also you there as well. So everyone on the live chat, you are also sharing your time with each other, just as you are sharing your time with me. The Epic Face Man. I love your name, by the way. It is dark where I am. Maybe it is very late, or maybe early in the morning. Here in the UK, what time is it? It is 20 minutes past 3 o'clock. I will show you, in case you don't believe me. Why would you not believe what time it is? I don't understand that. So it is now 20 minutes past 3 o'clock. How long have I been on for? I've been on for ages, a very long time. Are you thirsty, Mr. Duncan? I am a little bit. I will have some water. Do you mind if I drink some water? Is it okay? Okay, just a moment. I will show you the view whilst I drink some water. There we go. That is not easy to do, by the way. So that is the view at the moment. I was asked, Mr. Duncan, can you please jump over the fence? So now I've done it. I hope. I hope you were happy there with that situation. Oh, there I am. Hello everyone. Welcome back. I've just had a drink of water because I was quite thirsty, so I hope you've enjoyed that. That is the view at the moment, looking across the garden. You can see that there is lots of cherry blossom on the trees and everything is nice. So I really do hope that today's live stream is making you feel better, because it's cheering me up. So you are making me feel happy. You are cheering me up, and I hope that I can return the favour by making you feel happy as well. So it's a beautiful day here in England, and I really did want to come outside to get some fresh air and a little bit of exercise. And I think that is one of the most important things during this time, is to make sure that you keep yourself busy. Make sure you have some sort of routine. So one of the worst parts, one of the most difficult things, is to have a routine. You must have some sort of routine. So as you go through the day, as you go through the day, there are some birds distracting me. As you go through your day, you must have a plan of what to do. Things that you plan to do. Can you hear the sound of the blackbirds? The blackbirds sound scared. The birds are alarmed. They don't sound very happy. I think there are two birds above my head fighting. There are two birds flying around, and they are fighting each other. So they are not singing, they are actually warning. So that sound is a warning. That is actually a warning. They are actually warning other birds that there is a danger nearby. So that kind of sound is actually warning. It is an alarm call. Thank you, Janet. I can smell the green grass and also the flowers, but please be careful. I will be careful. I will take care of myself. Don't worry. Hello, Mr. Duncan from the FBI. Oh, okay then. I thought one day the FBI would catch up with me. I thought one day they would catch up with me and find me. You've got me. I will come quietly. The FBI. I don't think you are from the FBI, really. I don't think so. I think you're lying. I think you're pretending. Hello, Wafay. Hello, Wafay. I haven't seen you for a very long time. Welcome back. Wafay used to be a regular viewer on my live stream. I can't believe it. Hello, Wafay. I always get very excited when I see people on my live chat who I haven't seen for a long time. Is it cold at the moment? It isn't warm. I must be honest, my hands are now starting to go cold because the air isn't warm. It is actually quite chilly. And you might notice also the sun has moved around. So since I came on, when I first came on, the sun was in front of me. But now the sun has moved over there. It's right over there now. So you can see how long I've been on for. I've been on for ages. Getano says you must give food to the birds. I do. I feed the birds all the time. So the birds all come into the garden because I normally leave lots of food out for the birds. So around here there are thousands and thousands of birds. And in the morning they will all come into my garden and eat. Wolfie. Hello, Wolfie. Bro, this is the most wholesome thing. Thank you very much. I'm not sure if you were talking about me or what. I'm not sure. All I'm doing is standing in my garden talking to you. Hello, Lacey Cox. Hello to you. Good. Thank you very much. Jose. Hello, Jose. Where is Mr. Steve? Can I just tell you a story about Mr. Steve? Steve is still working. So Steve hasn't finished his job. However, he is working at home. So he's having to work, but he can't go out. So because he has a computer, you see, he has a computer, so he can still work at home. Lacey says, wow, this is good. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. All I'm doing is standing in my garden on a Monday afternoon, talking to you. Cecilia is going now. Bye, Cecilia. Nice to see you. I hope you are well and stay safe, please. And remember, you are not alone. We are all sharing the same situation. Lydia, hello Lydia. Lydia Birnbaum says, is it your belief that Americans or British people have accents? This is a very interesting question, and it's one I get asked a lot about accents. Everyone has an accent. Everyone. I have one, you have one. You might not even realize it. You might not even be aware that you have an accent, but you do. So everyone has some sort of accent. You might go to any country in the world and you will find that the main language is spoken in different ways, with different words in different parts of the country. So here in England, English is spoken with different accents. In the United States, English is spoken with different accents. So there are different accents in all languages. When I was in China, I noticed that people were using Chinese in very different ways. Apparently there is a type of Chinese that is only spoken in Beijing. So if you go to Beijing, there is a type of Chinese that is only used in Beijing. So that's the answer to that question. So my answer is yes, everyone has an accent, regardless of whether you are English, French, German, Chinese. There are all different types of accent. Thank you very much for joining me today. Well, this is great, isn't it? Pachu says, please keep calm and don't forget to wash your hands. That is very true. You are right, because I have my hand sanitizer right here. So this is the thing that I use to keep my hands clean during this period of time, and it smells very nice. It smells like bubble gum. So that's the reason why I like this particular hand cleaner, because it smells sweet. And as you know, I love sweet things very much. Hello to Pachu. People make jokes about the Russian accent. Well, to be honest, I think all accents are funny. They are. The way I speak. So some people say that my accent is funny. But I don't think it is. I don't think my accent is funny. However, some people think it is. So accents often sound strange to those who don't use them or don't speak in that way. So I think accents are a very interesting part of communication, a very interesting part of people conversing with each other. So I love accents. Some people become very angry and very upset when one person criticizes their accent. So we often see accents as a very personal thing. I think so. You speak clearly. Thank you very much. Well, I suppose if you are teaching English, I suppose you have to speak clearly or else people won't understand what you're saying. And then you are wasting your time. Hello, Ashish. Ashish is watching from India. Hello, India. Nice to see you here today. Have you ever visited Vietnam? I haven't. I have a list in my house. In my house, I have a list of countries that I want to visit before I die. Vietnam is on that list. It is. So there is a list of countries that I would love to visit sometime in my life whilst I'm still here, existing. It would be very nice. Jamelia is going. See you later, Jamelia. See you later. Take care. Have a good rest. I hope you wake up tomorrow feeling refreshed and fit. Hello, Ong. I know you from Alex D. Yes, Alex D is a very well-known English teacher in Vietnam. A very well-known English teacher, and apparently Alex D is a very big fan of mine. I didn't know that. So thank you for telling me. Francesca says, do you like Italy? I've always wanted to go to Italy. There are two things that I would love to try. I would love to ride in a gondola. And also I would love to do that thing where you pretend to be holding up the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Do you know that? Do you know the Leaning Tower of Pisa? Everyone stands in front of it and they're all pretending that they're pushing the Leaning Tower of Pisa back up. So those are the two things that I want to do if I go to Italy. But yes, another place I would love to visit, Italy. Last year I was very lucky because I had a chance to go to France. I spent a week in Paris last year. I also went to Portugal last year and spent a week there. So yes, I was very, very lucky last year to do some travelling. I don't think I'm going to do much travelling this year, to be honest. I don't think so. Mr. Duncan, do you have any tattoos? That might be the first time anyone has ever asked me that question. You are the first person to ever ask me if I have a tattoo on my body. Let's just see, shall we? Shall we see if I have any tattoos? What do you think? Do you think I have a tattoo on my body? Somewhere? Hidden away? Nothing there. What about the other arm? Ooh. Nothing there. No, I'm not going to show you any other parts of my body. That's it. You only get to see my arms, nothing else. So no, I don't have any tattoos on my body anywhere. So no, there is the answer to your question. No, I don't. I don't have any tattoos on my body. Please do not catch cold, Mr. Duncan. You must take care of yourself. Isaac Brown asks, do you like America? When you say America, do you mean a certain part of America? Or do you mean the continent? The continent, I love the continent of America. That's everything. However, I think you mean the United States. Do I like the United States? Well, I don't have a problem with the United States. I suppose when you think about it, the United States exists in the same way as every country. They try to protect their own people. So from my own point of view, I don't really have a problem with the USA. I know over the past few years things have been a little odd, a little strange for various reasons. Politics, economics, things have been very strange there and also here as well. So even here in the UK, things have been very strange over the past 10, maybe 12 years. Very strange. Hello, Big Potato. I like your name, by the way. Big Potato. I wonder why people call you that. Christina says, I don't like tattoos because I'm afraid of infections. Can I tell you why I don't have a tattoo? Because I'm afraid of the pain. I've heard that having a tattoo can be very painful. So the reason why I don't have any tattoos on my body is because I'm afraid of the pain. That's it. Simple. What I really want is to have a big dragon going across my chest and around my back. I would like to have a big dragon breathing fire all across my body. Could you imagine that? Oh dear. No, I don't have any tattoos. Definitely not. Mr. Duncan, your shirt is multicoloured. Yes. Well, this is a colour that I really like, by the way. This particular colour is one of my favourite colours. I love purple. I don't know why. I always find the colour purple quite nice, quite soothing. So I always think that purple is a very soothing colour. It is. Very soothing. Hello, friend. Please keep the good vibes flowing. Thank you very much to Self Edine. That's very kind of you. Well, I will try to be here as often as I can, as many times as I can, on as many days as I can. So I have been here with you for the past few days. Don't forget, I am normally with you on Sunday, Wednesday and Friday. Sunday, Wednesday, Friday. So those are my normal days for live streams. However, at the moment, during these strange times, I am doing them more often. So that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to do as many live streams as possible to let you know that you are not alone. And there is the view today. So that is what it looks like at the moment here in the UK. We are having a gorgeous afternoon. It is now coming up to 20 minutes away from 4 o'clock here in the UK. And my name is Duncan. Normally I teach English on YouTube, but today I'm spending a little bit of time in the garden because I am isolated, away from everyone else. There is no one else around, just me and lots of birds. I will be going in a moment because I have been here for nearly, well, in fact, over 2 hours. I've been standing here for 2 hours. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. I've been here for such a long time. This is a very good place to come if you want to meditate, because you have nature all around. You can hear the birds, you can see all of the wildlife, you can admire the trees, you can look at the blue sky, and yes, the sky is blue. Look at that. Oh, there is lots of blossom on the trees at the moment. You can see at the moment there is lots of blossom on the tree. Everything is looking rather nice because it's springtime here in England. Springtime. Mr. Duncan, where are the sheep? There are no sheep in the field at the moment. Sadly, there are no animals, no cattle. So normally, the field that you can see normally has lots of animals. Normally sheep or cattle are normally kept in that field. It is a perfect place for a picnic, you are right. I think so. It is a beautiful day here today, and I feel very lucky that I have a chance to be out here, and also I have a chance to talk to you as well. So you are keeping me company and I am keeping you company right here live on YouTube. I will be back with you tomorrow. I will do another live stream tomorrow around the same time. So I will be going in a moment. I hope you've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed it a lot. There is always something interesting to look at. There is always something interesting to see. And of course, there is always something interesting to learn. So maybe we can all take an opportunity. We can grab the chance to learn something new during these very strange times. Thank you, Pilar. The views of your garden are very soothing. Thank you very much. You are very kind. Thanks a lot. So I will be back tomorrow. I'm going to have a cup of tea now and maybe a hot cross bun. And then I will be back tomorrow at around about the same time, around 1:30. I'm hoping that I will be outside tomorrow because apparently we're going to have some rain tomorrow. There is rain on the way. So who knows? This is Mr. Duncan in the birthplace of English saying thanks a lot for your company, by the way. I will be with you tomorrow so we can all join together tomorrow and we can spend another couple of hours together. Does that sound good? Is that a deal? Will you be there? I will be here. If you are there, I will be here. We will be together. And of course, until the next time we meet on YouTube, which will be tomorrow at around about 1:30 p.m. UK time. You know what's coming next. Give me a lovely thumbs up. And you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Ta-ta for now.